Here we are at the Tech Lab at Curry Public Library. We're going to step in here and say hello to Brody.
Hello.
Hi, Brody.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Can you tell us what kind of equipment is here in the Tech Lab?
Sure.
And then also, what can you make with it?
Yeah, okay. So, at the library here, you could actually come in and use all of these pieces of equipment. We'll set up a time usually so that you can, have an appointment so I can run you through how each piece works or what exactly you're interested in learning about.
Nice.
And then the idea is that once you kind of have a good understanding of the tool, you can come in on your own time and use the tools. That's the whole idea, and that's what we're aiming for. Is so
Awesome.
Educate people how to use the tools, what you can use them for, and then let them use it.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's start over here. This tool is a 3D printer.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. There's this blue pad. That's the printing surface where your object gets printed. So this item here,
Cool.
this is a 3D printed geometric shape. It's completely hollow. This took about 10 to 15 minutes to print, which is pretty quick for a printer. You imagine a printer would be really fast, like you think of a ink printer,
Right.
but it's probably the slowest machine that we have here. But they allow you to print very intricate shapes and objects that you couldn't make in traditional other types of manufacturing methods. So one other example here, and how this kind of prints on here. So this would be on the base here, and then the printer would start from the base. This portion is close to the nozzle where it comes, where the plastic comes out, and then as the printer finishes a round, the bed drops, and then it prints the next layer, and then it drops and prints the next layer until you're all the way up here doing little squiggles, and the tip is done.
Nice.
Yeah. So this other example here is a piece that we did for a take-home project recently, 2 parts. We designed the shape and how it would go together and snap together. And then when it prints, these 2 pieces print side by side. And to give you an idea of time, that was 10 to 15 minutes. This is about 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a significant jump in how much time that you are investing in a project to go on. The nice thing is you can click print and walk away. Right? So nothing, the worst thing that's gonna happen is something like this, where you get partway through a print and then it gets knocked off the table or something like that, a little like screw up like that, which, you wasted some time and a little bit of material, but you can click print and do it over again.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you can't add on.
No, once you've knocked something off, or you couldn't set it back up here, there's no way to register exactly where that was, and you don't know what layer you were actually on in the print. So yeah, it's kind of like oops, got to start over from 0 again.
Okay.
But yeah, not the end of the world. Material cost for this is, somewhere around 25 cents a yard, which is quite a bit of material. It goes a long ways. Okay, so let's go over to, well, actually right next door here. We're right here. So this black circular thing is a 3D scanner. Okay, so here is an example. Is we have a rock from the parking lot. Okay, and you put the rock on here, and we will open the scanning software, and we'll scan. And this part here is a camera, and what it does is it takes photos as this thing rotates 360 degrees.
Cool.
So it takes all these photos and then it meshes them all together. So if you're able to have the object sit on here and rotate freely, it will stitch all the photos together so that you get a 3D representation of the rock on your computer. And so then you can take that and send it to the printer, and make a reproduction of an item. So that's a really cool way to reproduce something that you have maybe shaped with clay or, you know, whatever you've put together in some sort of crafting activity. Okay. So then we have this station here, which it's a work in progress, but this computer runs the 3D scanner, and it runs this, well, I could take this to any of the computers, but I usually have it here. And what this is a digital tablet. And, you know, a lot of you probably have seen iPads or a digital tablet like that where you have the screen on it. Well, this is more like a mouse, okay? So it's a digital tablet where if you have the software open on your computer, you can use this pen like a mouse and this, the buttons on the side. So the nice thing that you can do with this rather than a mouse is you can assign each button a hotkey. So your shortcuts on your keyboard, so you don't have to have your keyboard right here. You can really just be sketching digitally or maybe sculpting digitally in like digital clay. And then you have shortcut keys here to help you speed up the process. So you're not having to go back and forth, put this down, type something on the keyboard, and come back. So really handy tool. It's a new edition. If anybody's interested in digital art, painting, sketching, this is something I highly recommend you try. Just come in and play with it. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Okay, over here, this is our laser engraver. It's very cool. It's my favorite tool in the lab, and it cuts wood, cuts fabrics if we wanted. We can cut acrylics like plastics, things like that. We can etch on glass. So if you have a glass, we can etch on it.
Wow.
The one thing we can't do on it is etch metal. The laser just isn't powerful enough for that. If the metal is painted or coated in some way, we can etch the coating.
Oh, gotcha.
Which would basically remove the paint.
Right.
But it would look like you etched onto it. The other thing about it is that the software is cloud-based, so it's all web browser-based. And so you do have to be here to prep the file before you can cut with it. These other softwares or other manufacturing methods we have, you can prep the file at home or get it really close, then bring it in and do like the last slice or whatever here. But this, you pretty much have to have the entire file done here. And the nice thing with this machine though, is that we can engrave pictures, you can cut full shapes out, and the ease at which it engraves photos is incredible. It's literally taking a JPEG file or a PNG and dragging and dropping it into the laser software, and then it turns it into an etching file instantly.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it makes that part of taking a rastered image and turning it into an engraving pretty user friendly. Yeah. All of these tools take a little introduction / lesson essentially, so that we teach you the safety, especially this tool. But the rest, once you have that and you've demonstrated some proficiency and just like that you remember what we talked about, when you schedule in time, you can come in during the time that the library's open, but I don't have to necessarily be here in the room, which is kind of nice for you.
Yeah, right.
So you're not hampered by my schedule.
Sure,
necessarily.
right.
The other thing that we provide is space, like actual space. So we can take any of these tables, put them together. Usually we have it set up so there's a big long row through here. We have power and internet hard connections in all of these spots on the ground, so you can bring in your own laptop or whatever you want to use. Maybe Dremel tool, things like that. Small, we have a heat gun to help apply vinyl, to bend acrylic, that kind of stuff. So like small little hand tools. We don't have any, big saws or anything like that.
Sure.
I'd say this is kind of a little bit more technology, plug and play kind of things rather than actual workshop. But yeah, you bring in your drill or something, totally fine. Last thing, well, there's two other things to think about, is that we have a projector. So one of the things I would like to do, now that we're getting able to have people in here again, is have a team thing where we do project gameplay footage on the wall and have like a little gaming tournament for the people, the kids that sign up.
Right, nice.
Which would be kind of fun. And then the other thing is we have a Cricut vinyl cutter machine, and I don't have it here right now. Carly has it at the school, but it's cool because you can cut paper on it. You can cut cardstock papers, fabrics, vinyl. Also, there's a few other things that we have the tools for to cut. So one example that I like Carly uses all the time is iron-on vinyl for t-shirts. You can do custom t-shirts and things like that. We can also do stickers with like sticker vinyl. We can do patterns for fabric. So you cut your pattern shape, and then you have it ready for if you have your signal allowance and everything. So that's pretty cool. And we do have a little fleet of these laptops that are like flex, so they bend all the way around. They have pens that you can draw straight on the screen with. That's what these guys are. Just pulls it out, and you can draw straight up on the screen. Select all use it just like the mouse. So it's a tablet and a laptop all in one. I have the whole Adobe suite on here. So you have Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign for page layouts, and I have some video editing software, and we have multiple 3D modeling softwares and digital clay softwares, and they're here for you to come in and play with, just to try it out, ask me questions. I know just about something about all of them, for sure.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's so much here to use and learn about. You just, make an appointment, come talk to me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.